Hey everyone, this is Ryan Mallory for SharePointer.com. Today is October 31st, Trick or Treat 2013. We've been on an impressive run in this market. It's not all that surprising, and I'm not out there to say I called the bottom or anything like that, but when we were selling off right here and then we got this doji start, I didn't call it bottom there, but when we got this huge bounce day right here, and I compared it to some of these other times when we bought them and we had a huge swing upwards. That's when I sort of began to think, okay, we're gonna bottom here and we're gonna rally, and we're gonna rally in a similar form to what we saw back in late June when we bottomed and started rallying throughout July, and then again in late August through September. So when we bottomed here in early October, I was looking for the same price action when we got this day here. I compared it to this day back in September, and then this little consolidation here in late June, early July, and felt like that there was more to go with this rally. So far it is traded perfectly according to the recent two balances prior to it. So that's good. We've made some good coin on that run up there. It's been a great October from the day trading and the swing trading standpoint. And so now we got a day like yesterday off of the FOMC statement, and if you remember back onto the last FOMC statement, we had this huge rally. I think it was like 30 points here. Let's see, we had, in fact, after the FOMC statement was released, we went to the red and then shot straight into the stratosphere here. But prior to that FOMC statement, the market closed at 1704, and it closed today at like 17. So it was a 21-point rally. And when the FOMC statement came out yesterday, we did not rally, and we actually sold off. And so I started positioning myself for a possible retraction like this here, and I got a net short yesterday, 3 shorts, 2 longs in the portfolio. I closed out 1 long position this morning, and then I added another short position in Herbalife HLF. So now I'm like 4 shorts, 2 longs, and the market really started cooperating early on. I thought, okay, we're set to maybe see like 10-15 points to the downside, but instead all I'm seeing is green from the market yet again. And maybe we could say, oh, it was just like a mini dead cat bounce after a mini sell-off or whatever. Who knows? I don't know. But the problem is that when things go too perfectly well, like it did here, right off of this 10-day moving average, and we did not push below it like I was thinking that we would, that becomes concern, because where we can go from here is we get the minor sell-off sort of like back here in September, but the one I would probably like to look at most is from the one from July 16th, where we already had quite an extended rally. We sold off one day, and then we rallied back to new highs yet again, and then we traded sideways basically for like a couple of weeks. That's what I'm a little bit concerned of right now, that this here is going to invigorate the bulls enough to want to push this market higher. And the problem is that the long setups just aren't out there. They're getting very lethargic, very whimsical. They're not as good as they were back in earlier October. Now it's just like, man, do I really want to just keep chasing after these things? Because it's hard to keep doing that, because the setups aren't as good. The risk is less than ideal. So at this juncture, having a sell-off would be a really awesome thing. And in fact, I usually do even better when I'm trading to the short side, but we haven't really had a lot of those opportunities. So I've been able to polish up to the long side quite a bit for this past year, and it's been a great year. Don't get me wrong, but I like making my money when everybody else is losing it, and so right now, the year that you've had, the market's just been up. There's been no pullback. There's been no nothing really. 3 to 4% gets everybody on Wall Street thinking that the end is near. So it's a uber bullish market. The Fed, obviously, they're not tapering anytime soon. They're going to continue to do that, and I want to be cautious that I'm not fighting the Fed either, because we know where that can get you over the last 5 years. It gets you with a lot, less change in your pockets. So the fact that we're rallying off the 10-day moving average is concerning. Now, that doesn't mean that somewhere in the next 2.5 hours between now and the time the market closes that things will not change at some point. But we got some gains here in HLF. We have some in FCX. We have some in FFIV. And quite honestly, if the market can't improve or sell off some into the close, I'm not going to go into tomorrow with 4 shorts and 2 longs. I'm going to probably go more closer to like 2 shorts, I'm sorry, I have like 4 shorts and 1 long right now. I don't want to go into tomorrow with that. I'm going to probably go more towards selling 2 of my shorts, keeping 2 of the shorts, and then maybe adding a long and going 2 longs, 2 shorts, or whatever. Maybe go add 2 longs and reduce one of my shorts. So that's really the quagmire we're faced with today. If the bulls can pull it together here and make a decent run into the close, I have to readjust my strategy, because I want to be nimble enough in my trading to where I don't have to wait for the wait to lose the money before I know I'm going to lose money. So I guess does that make sense? Basically, I don't. If I know that the market's going to go back in the other direction, then why stay short? Why hold it? Because I check my pride in at the door when I come into the office each day. I don't try to short the market out of pride or in hopes that I'm right or whatever. If I'm wrong on this, then I'm happy to go back to trading long, and because at the end of the day, I just want to make some profits, man, and that's what I'm after. So SPX, very concerning. 10-day moving average. Dip buyers came in like synchronized swimmers, man, right at that 10-day moving average, and right now it looks like they want to hold it. We still got about 2.5 hours left in the day, so we'll see where that goes. The shorts, HLF, you started hearing some talk about Ackerman and everything else. I don't pay too close of attention to the news, except for the fact that it has a negative impact on the stock itself. The reason why I like to know if there's news out there, upgrades, downgrades, whatever, but I don't like to get into too much of the news, because then I start forming opinions outside of the price action, and when there's news that's coming out in the middle of the day, the price is already reflecting that news. So just follow the price action, and that's what I do. I mean, right now it's breaking below the 20 and the 10 and the 50. That's good. I'd still like to see it get below that 20-day moving average. You got a bit of a head and shoulders pattern here that looks really, really enticing. Bear flag that's part of this right shoulder that seems like it just wants to break down. So you got sort of 2 patterns in one going here. And then if you look at this 30-minute chart here down at the bottom, that's the 30-minute chart of HLF, and that is one magnificent head and shoulders pattern on the 30-day moving chart. So you have it in the long term and you have it in the short term, and that's what makes this trade so compelling. And then if you look at it on the 5-minute chart, you can see we bounced all the way down to this S2 level, and then we bounced back up to the S1 level. And so far, the bears are sort of keeping it from going much higher than that. FFIV, we got into this one after the FOMC statement from yesterday. It's working like a charm. I mean, this is what you want right here. I mean, it is cruising lower, folks. And somebody told me, I guess Kramer had recommended this the other day. But let me just say, I mean, 82.23, and we are $1 below that confirmation level. So this is one of my prize shorts right now. I'm really excited about this one. And then FCX, testing that 10-day moving average after rallying quite a bit. This one, if the market doesn't really work on our favor today, this is probably going to be one that I say, you know what? We made about 1.4% in it, not a ton of money, but it's capital. It's still, increasing the value of our overall portfolio. I'm going to book those gains, and I'm going to move on from there and see what the market holds. Alrighty. And then the last chart I want to show you guys is the VIX. If I can type it in right. There we go. That's not the VIX I'm looking for. In the Warden chart, you got to type VIX -- X for some reason. Otherwise, it takes you to just an ETF. But one of the things that was making me very bearish in this market is the past 3 days we had gone up on the VIX. despite the market finishing higher on 2 of those days. Of course, yesterday it finished lower, but now the markets, basically break even on the day, and here you got the VIX heading lower. So that's causing me some concern, some heartburn about being short going in tomorrow, or being net short going in tomorrow. So that's another reasoning for it. And you can actually do some technical analysis on this VIX here. And you can see there is some support there. So if the VIX could get below 13, that's going to bode very, very well for these markets. And right now it's at 1342 and just steadily stair-stepping itself lower here. So these are just things that I would be aware of. I've been bearish, since yesterday afternoon after that FOMC statement, and I've increased my short exposure quite a bit. However, it's not playing out the way that I had hoped for, and consequently, I need to go ahead and adjust the portfolio by the end of today if we do not see a new wave of bearishness flow into this market. So that's going to be it. Like I said, I'm trying to do these videos once a week here to keep you guys entertained, give you guys a different format besides the written text. And if you guys ever have any questions, just hit me up in sharepointer.com. My email address is ryan@sharepointer.com. Or you can just go ahead and try us out for 7 days on our free trial offer of the SharePointer Splash Zone that's headed up by me and Oscar Martinez. He does the day trading, I do the swing trading, and every month, man, it's great, man, and we really hope to see you there. We can also auto trade your accounts through our partner with dittotrade.com. Any other questions, just feel free to email me, or if you're already a subscriber, hit me up in the chat room. All right, folks, that's going to be it. Have a happy Halloween. Something that not everybody knows is today is also Reformation Day, which is a huge day in the Protestant Christian faith. So you got 2 holidays. You only hear about the Halloween Day, but it's also Reformation Day. So in any case, if you're going out candy tonight, going to get some candy, I know I am. I'm going to be eating all my son's candy. I think as adults, you use your child as a way to get candy for free, and to use your son as the mechanism for doing that. You wait for him to go to sleep, or it can be your daughter too, of course. But you wait for them to go to sleep, and then you go through it, and then you just tell them the tooth fairy stole it or something. So, all right, folks, y'all have a great evening. Take care.